Sem você.
Vai, canta.
Não!
Sim, vai. Vai,
Amor,
canta.
puta. Charles,
Sei.
você tem uma cara de palhaço, sou eu, assim sem você. Seu cagandorista, adora comer pizza, sou eu. Parei. Uh, agora eu sou séria. Sou eu, assim sem você.
Amo. Desgraça. Boga. Boga,
Boga,
boga, boga.
flexiono, boga. Flexiono, boga.
Que sofisticada de você. Sofisticada.
Tô
É
ao
incrível.
em live. Oh my God. Bora, começa. Começa, chega de espalhar.
This way. Oh. That way. There we go.
Ai, gente, amei essa nuvem. Quero muito. Eu amei essa nuvem. Ai.
Pronto.
Yes, baby. Let's go.
Tem luz suficiente? Precisa mais?
Não, eu acho que precisa mais. Porque quando o objeto ele é muito preto, ele não aparece bem. Isso aí,
Melhor?
aí bota. Melhor,
Melhor?
amor. Of
Muito
course, baby,
melhor?
of course. Right.
Mais? Suficiente.
Não, 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 não. Me gusta assim, como estás. Pero que sí, pero que no.
Okay. So I got a bunch of med kits, looks like. So this one is Real Tree Camo. It's got, it's like a full med kit. It's got a little bit of extra instruments. However, this one,
No.
yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really have that much more, I guess. I don't know. Can you see? What's that?
Peraí.
It's got these molly straps. It's got a little carabiner. It's a little med kit.
What is this?
The only kit I did.
O que que é aquilo, amor?
Hã?
O que é aquilo? Essas duas coisas que você comprou?
Bolsas para médico.
Ah, é? Nossa, gostei da rosa.
Médico. Okay, so this one is the $14.95 MSRP from Extreme Pack. I got it for obviously much less than that.
Yes, pra quê?
And then I got one of these carry-all pouches. I believe this is different than one I've gotten in the past. I'll have to open that up later, see what I'm going to put into it. Not again. Goondogs. What's up, mofo? Hola, Mariana. Olha, é Goondogs. De Flórida.
Cadê? Não tá aparecendo pra mim. Hey, Goon! Hello, my friends!
Ele é pirata, né? Pirata.
Pirata, Gondox é pirata? Amor, eu saí!
Hã? Quem sai? Você? Você gelada? Uh-oh, she froze. All right. Yeah. She just said she exited. I think her phone might have died. So let's see. If she gets the, she should have the invite, so it should be all right. Okay, my unboxing knife. Need to get it out. So once again, I apologize. Yet another one of these survivor knives. So what kind of madness do you have in store tonight, bro? Check out the last live stream I just did. I unboxed like a bunch of axes, and I had to cut it short because I forgot I had an appointment. And so this is part 2, as you saw from the title, I'm sure. Oh, and like, have you seen our new toy? I don't know if I don't know if you stuck around for the whole live stream, but anyway. And once again, I apologize. Yet another one of these survivor knives. What I love about these things is these things are like $5 to $10 always. The quality is about commensurate with the price, but what a thrill. Oh yeah, sweet. Okay, I already have this one in the all black. I don't know if you saw that unboxing, but I already have this from this exact same thing, except in the all black. But look at that, sweet, cheap. I mean, I don't know if you can tell, that's just, it's a really bad camo job because it's not very well defined. It's very fuzzy, which ironically might make it a good camo, you know? I don't think it was on purpose, though. I think, I'm sure they would have liked better detail, but it's almost like the printers were slightly off skew, so they printed it in colors and it was slightly off. Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the exact same knife that I had before. So it has these weird cross guards that are like opposite directions, but actually it works good because you could really butt up against that and kind of use that as a thumb thing. Wow, you know what? Interesting. If you can see that, I don't know what you call that. It's the double crosshatch. What is that? Where the saw back is double tooth. So that's impressive. And then on top of that, you've got a serrated swedge. I mean, come on, how cool is this? I can't remember what I paid. It could have been more than probably $10. Let's see, what's this? Yeah, let's see. This is the $10. I mean, how can you go wrong for $10? This is just pure joy. It's got these cheesy little rubber O-rings that are going to help with the grip, of course. Rambo style survivor knife, and wow, look at that kit. It's so minimalist. I mean, it looks like the match striker, some match heads, fish hook. Let's see, a compass that kind of works. I think that's right. It's just about right. Sort of works. It's more or less north. More or less. And then I don't know if you want to see that. It's the bolt, the bolt tang or lack of tang. I mean, there really is no tang. There's just a bolt. So yeah, you can fit quite a bit more than that little mini thing in there. And, I'm going to have to go through and build some of these out a little bit. But, I mean, look at that. How frigging awesome. HK695CA stainless USA design survivor. It's got this cheesy painting on it. Oh, my God. I mean, it's so bad. It kind of looks like almost looks like it's glued on. And there's some sort of weird, like stuff sloughing off of it. Anyway. Oh my God, this brings me nothing but pure joy. And I mean, honestly, that is not bad. It's got a decent little saw blade on there and, pretty decent serrations. You could survive with that. You could survive a hell of a lot better with that than without it. I don't know if you know Paul Harrell's channel. He does is a 22 better than nothing? It's like, okay, well, let's start with nothing. Okay, now let's try the 22. I mean, you can't tell me that's not better than nothing. That's a lot better than nothing. That could probably do quite a bit of work if you so needed. I'm so thrilled. Wow. Okay, let me try.
Essa faca é
Okay,
fácil de
so,
perder
so
no meio da selva.
where does your passion for cheap ass knives stem from? I gotta know. Just like the one I had as a kid, a few matches, fishing line and a hook. LOL, real survival stuff. Have you seen the Zorro knife? The Zorro knife? You mean the Rough Rider Zorro knife, the big Bowie? Is that the one you're talking about? And yeah, my passion for cheap knives is, if you look at William's Knife Life, he just posted a video today and a couple days ago, and he's repeated this theme many times, and I couldn't agree with him more. I like knives so much that I get far more thrill from a cheap $5-10 knife because I can get them more frequently. If I'm buying only high end stuff, it might be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months between knife purchases. I can make these on the regular, and I do, as you can see. I mean, this is a $10 knife. I could easily spend that on a single meal at a fast food joint. You tell me. What's not to enjoy? What Because I like knives so much, I get a thrill. Now, the second reason is, that's a general reason. The answer you're looking for, the question you're asking is, but why? This kind of knife fulfills my Rambo. When I was a kid when Rambo came out, and then those Rambo knives got huge, and I had one, at the time, and they were even cheap by the standards then. I think I got it for $10-20 back then, which by inflation is probably double that. But even at that time, $10-20 was nothing for what we thought was like, dang, you get a lot of knife for $10-20. And, obviously they were 10 times bigger. They were just these goofy, awful knives with the big aluminum things, and they'd unscrew. They were significantly larger, much heavier. They were built pretty bad. Check out the torture test that I think Cutlery Lover does on his $5 or $10 Harbor Freight one of these survival, these cheap survival knives. And he was really surprised. I mean, he did a destruction test on it, and he was surprised what parts did end up breaking, and the parts he expected to break actually held together. And it was impressive. It was far sturdier than expected. Okay, yep, I get it. I can actually understand that. I had one too and destroyed it. Oh, I know. Compass never worked. Yeah, I know. Those things were awful, and they broke really easily. They were exactly what you can expect. I mean, they were basically pretty shit knives. I mean, talk about back in the day China knives. But again, in those intervening decades, that China knife has dramatically improved such that these things are not just total garbage. Those things back then, admittedly, were pretty much garbage. This sucker's gonna survive pretty decent usage. I mean, as long as you don't abuse your knives, which you shouldn't be doing in the first place, this thing is gonna hold up. It's probably gonna hold a decent edge. It seems to already have a decent enough edge. We also got to realize our standards have increased. Imagine going back in the time zone and dropping this off in World War II. This would be like, whoa, what an amazing edge. I mean, these, incredibly stainless, blah, blah, blah. Our technology, we've become ridiculously spoiled to an absolutely ludicrous degree, such that what we expect today is far beyond, anything that was around before. Oh, this is the Marvel's Ideal knife. Now, here's the thing about this. So these, I think, are on sale because it was made as like a promotional item for this nonprofit, National Wildlife Turkey Foundation, I think. It's to protect habitat for wild turkeys by a hunting association. The rubber on this feels fantastic. It feels almost identical to the Cold Steel SRK. Who knows? It's got a sharpener's choil. It's got this deep. That's not a swedge. What do you call that? It's like a fuller. It's like a wide fuller, a tall fuller, blood groove. It's got a swedge, not a dramatic swedge. But if I'm not mistaken, this is called the Ideal knife. I think very early on in Marble's history, this was one of their sort of signature knives, if I'm not mistaken. And I think I got this thing for dirt cheap. Let's see, the Ideal knife. Yeah, $12. I mean, why do I like cheap knives? For $12? Take a look at that stock. It's ludicrous. Williams Knife Life. I just mentioned you because Goondocks was asking, hey, why do you like cheap knives? And I quoted you. Well, I didn't quote you, but I paraphrased you. I like knives so much that this $12 knife I can purchase frequently. These awful. This was $10. I think. I know. I forgot already. Just yeah, $10. Yeah, $10, $12. This was $22. If I go out to eat in LA, I'm gonna spend $22. Okay, one friggin' meal is gonna cost me $22. Okay, I now have, two knives that short extreme abuse that you probably shouldn't be doing anyway. These suckers I'll be able to hand these down. These will outlive me, and the handle on this is really well designed. Amor, tá barulho.
Ok. Ah, tá, desculpa. Por que essa faca? Amor.
O quê?
Por que essa faca ela tem essa parte funda? Ela é cold steel, essa faca?
Não, é isso. É essa marca, isso.
Ah, tá.
Marbles.
Marbles. Por que ela tem esse buraco no meio da lâmina?
Não, o que é isso?
Não. É isso daí no meio. Isso. Por quê? Por que tem esse buraco? É estético? Deve ser estético.
Não sei. Não sei também. She's asking like what's with the big fuller, and I mean, I don't know either. And they do call it the Ideal knife, which I believe is the name, of this design, and it obviously must have worked well for them. Fullers are not blood grooves. Okay, that's a myth, but they are officially also called blood grooves, nevertheless. But what are these fullers for? I mean, it does in fact, unlike what we think of as a blood groove, it does in fact add to blade geometry. So much like a swedge, improves performance in terms of piercing and retraction of the blade. Like, let's say if you stab it into wood or whatever, these have to do something. I'm sure it affects performance in some kind of way, especially when you have like that. It might maybe decrease friction and slicing, perhaps. Maybe it's just weight relief, improve balance. Maybe they take that much out because it doesn't have a full tang. I don't know either why it's designed that way. So if anybody knows, your commentary would be great. Okay. So hello, Hollywood Mariana, Boondocks. Hey, William, we were just talking about you. I see I got into a fight again. Jab with the William. Ele fala, Mariana, luta. Você quebrou seu nariz.
Ai, meu narizinho. My nose. No, it's not fight. Fight Charlie. Bora, amor. Go.
Sim, she's an esthetician and she's trying out different things like nose molding and sculpting and things like that. What's the plan for all those blades? Display? I don't, it's a good question. Weight reduction. Is that really weight reduction? Is that the main thing? I was looking at that Marbles knife today. It's like the original design. Okay, so you know about it. The fullers were mainly weight saving and blade strength also. How does it improve the blade strength? Why would grinding out a large, wide fuller improve the blade's strength? I guess I don't understand that part. That's very interesting. Um, yeah, I'd like to know that. That's very interesting. Okay. Well,
Show me.
I made another mistake because I thought I already had one of these. Oh, this is like out of its packaging even. That's annoying. But anyway, here's this. This is the fireman's axe. And you know what? I'm going to just leave this in its packaging because I actually already have one of these. And I
Por
accidentally
que
ordered
esse
another
fake
one.
voltou? Amor, por favor, exclui esse fake. De novo.
Come
Papel de
on.
Lila Silva. De
Taping your
novo,
nose
Samuel.
down will make it even bigger. Needs surgery. Jesus Christ. I wish you wouldn't join my lives. I don't know who you are. You know, I'm really sorry, but you're just sort of disruptive. So I'm sorry about that. Okay. She's like a railroad track. Not like a railroad track. It's not ground. It's pressed in. Okay. You're making me want to go knife shop. Yeah, I know. Your haters back. I know, William. I got so many haters. I wish I knew this. Anyway, no, I don't know. I don't want to know who they are. Oh, yay. Okay. The glow work knife came in. So this helps me work on my my glow series. So I have all of them up here. Let's see if I can pull it down without pulling everything down.
Esse hater. Ninguém merece.
So here's
Stalker.
here's all my glow in the dark knives. I've got the that's the glow in the dark carbon fiber. So I'm gonna add this to that. You know what would be really cool is to add one of those speed thumb discs to this, so it doesn't become a two-hander. Ooh, stiff spring, and then it's got that liner lock in there. And see how well that works. Ugh, not that smooth. That feels a little dangerous, but let me show you how glow in the dark it is. So let's see. I'm sure it's identical with the other ones.
Ai, eu queria poder escrever no chat, eu não consigo escrever. Eu não consigo escrever no chat. Ai, sou frustrada.
Por que não?
Porque eu não tô no meu YouTube.
You're moving up if you have haters. That's true, huh? Seriously.
Toda live esse hater está me perseguindo. Esse stalker. Ah. Ódio.
So this is kind of my coolest glow in the dark knife and that glow in the dark backspacer there. So I love that. That it's a carbon fiber shred, glow in the dark. I mean that's beautiful. You know, really, really, really beautiful. This is real steel. I believe real steel is made by. Oh no, is it real steel? Not super flickable. Ugh, terrible. D2, yeah, real steel. A lot of people don't like real steel. I don't know that I'm in love with them either. I wasn't impressed with this knife at all. I mean, it's sticky. It's just not. See, I can't. Do I need to loosen the pivot? Maybe, but I think I had to tighten it because I think the centering was off. And the centering is slightly off still. So I'm not terribly impressed, but I got it because I have to. I have to add it to the glow in the dark collection. It's got a quasi, deep pocket clip or a deep pocket style clip anyway. Kind of a overly prominent lanyard hole. Don't know why you need something like that big. I like some of the knives Marbles is coming out with. Oh, really? Us knife nerds should start our own convention like Comic-Con, but for knives. Yeah, Goondocks, Blade Show West. So Blade Show just happened a couple months ago. If you look at the other knife channels I did, They did a bunch of stuff, and Blade Show West, a bunch of people are coming out, so we're gonna have a big get together. I always want to go knife shopping. I always do. I pretty much do every day, which is why I keep getting these boxes. I make these lists and lists and lists, and then it ends up completely out of hand. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So I went a little bit knife crazy, or Gurkha crazy, or kukri crazy. Excuse me. I got these two. So this one is literally called Gurkha Kukri. Item number 203247-17, made in Pakistan. It's got a kukri, and see that little shape there? I believe that's ceremonial. I think that's traditional in the Gurkhas' traditional kukri knives. My fascination with kukris is back in my Rambo knife days when I was, 11, 12 years old. I read an article in Soldier of Fortune magazine where this guy was talking about blade geometry, blade steel and stuff. And he was talking about how we need to move on from the K-bar, what we today call the Marine Corps, GI knife or whatever. But that basically that. Eita barulho.
Nossa.
And he was basically comparing the K-bar knife with the kukri knife. And that's where I first learned about, the kukri. And, he was just going on and blasting it, saying, look, this is granddaddy's knife. It's yesterday's knife. We need to move on. And he was talking about, what an incredible chopper this is, and how in the traditional usage they chop, bulls' heads off with these. If you watch Apocalypse Now, they have a scene where they pretty much use something like this to chop a bull's head off. The fit and finish on that heart shape looks pretty rough. The fit and finish on the can you see inside the hilt there, inside the brass guard, looks pretty rough. This wood is either wood or might be pocket wood. Once again, you can see some machine marks on that brass rivet. Looks pretty bad. The feel and hand is not too bad. Let's see. Oh, seems to have a pretty decent grind. The tip looks a little thrashed. Let's see. Let's see what's going on with the. I don't know why this paused. Okay, so let's take a look at what the. Oh, okay. It's a leather sheath. It's got these overly large. Stitching does not look too good. Wait, is this not leather? It is leather. I think it's maybe not super high quality. Looks like there's a major dent there. Probably some weakness there in the leather. These straps, I don't know. Something feels really crappy. They're probably using very low grade leather. It's got these little loops here for tightening that up, I suppose, on your belts. But that's gonna ride really quite low. So I suppose you need that for the size of the handle.
Nossa, muito grande. Isso é manchete também?
You know what? There is zero retention on that. So it really is going to have to hang. I mean, it's going to have to be carried like a sword, basically. So, I mean, there is no retention there at all. It's a good question. What are you supposed to do with wrap some paracord here? I don't know. Make a button for it? I don't know. It's a good question. It can't be easy to make a kukri. The fit and finish on this is just awful. I mean, look at that. They're using the lowest grade leather you possibly can. I mean, Anyway, the price tag reflects its quality. $12. So, considering this was a $12 knife, I mean, once again, that is a huge amount of knife for $12. Obviously, I'm not expecting much at all for $12. So I'm not sitting here like disappointed, but just pointing out, you get what you pay for. Looks like there's a pin back there. So basically, at most, it looks like there's a rat tail at most, if even that, because anyway, the way it's affixed to the hilt, it looks pretty bad.
Amor, isso é
Fala.
manchete? Isso é manchete?
Isso é faca de Gurkha. Gurkha é soldado de militar Inglaterra da país Nepal.
Ah, sim, sim.
Isso é
Entendi.
o mais forte faca e lâmina do mundo.
Nossa,
Essa lâmina é famoso. É
nossa,
super
incrível.
famoso.
Incrível essa faca.
So I've pointed this out in other videos, but the history of the Gurkha soldier. I mean, imagine it's very strange. Nepal is no longer a part of the British Empire, but there is so much prestige in being a Gurkha soldier that there to this day are 2 battalions in the British military that recruits Gurkhas from Nepal, and they get issued a official Gurkha knife from the British military. I believe India uses Gurkhas too, and also have their own version. Anyway, and then the police and military in Nepal obviously use a Gurkha as well. Wow, the finish on that spine is terrible. I don't know if you can see it reflecting. I mean, can you see the rough edges? Woo, that is pretty bad. I mean, I'm not expecting to ever use this. I mean, to me, this is something you just put up on the wall. It's cool looking. But I mean, imagine joining the military of a different country, and for that matter, the former colonizer country, which is a little bit interesting to say the least. But yeah, I mean, that's how much pride they have, and the British made a specific thing. I mean, imagine the legal whatever that you got to go through to be a citizen of a different country and join a different country's military. Like, that's just interesting and weird. Here is the Quicksilver Bowie. They call it a Bowie, which is interesting, or a buoy. Where's this one from? This one's $10. So here's a $10. Again, they're calling it a Bowie knife, but what's interesting is that, as you can see, it's got an aggressive recurve in it, such that it kind of looks a lot like a kukri, which is why I got it. There's this nasty grease and oil. Yuck. Okay, it doesn't want to come out, probably because of that recurve. Okay, there we go. Made in China, of course. Yeah, so it's got this really cheesy billboarding on there, Quicksilver. Very, very rubbery grip. Hold on. And I mean, just from the box, just kind of want to be like, ew, what's with the box? Like, it's just so fantasy knife looking. The Quicksilver Bowie, 15 inches overall. 3 CR13, guys. So, if you want your 3 CR13, go out and get it. It's got this brass guard here. Black rubber handle with 1680D nylon sheath. So, I mean, there's probably very little rat tail at best. Got a brass rivet there, lanyard hole. Got this idiotic little shield there that says Quicksilver. I mean, why Quicksilver? It's got this broad swedge here. I mean, that pretty much looks like a kukri to me. Well, no, you know what? It doesn't have the bend. So maybe it's just a recurve buoy. Probably that part's right. This is decent quality nylon. It's fairly thick, But again, it feels a lot like the Rough Rider ones that are just a bit too loosey goosey. So let's see what the retention is. It's let's see. Yeah, there's next to nothing. So you really do need this button here. Okay, and I think that might be it for this box. I have one box left, guys. Sorry. I almost apologize for
Acabou?
this. Nice. Nice, mais um. Hey, Alex.
Amor, você. Ai, meu Deus, esqueci o nome. Consumista? Não, como é que é o nome?
Sim.
Ai,
Okay. I always wanted to go knife shopping. I shop every day, but I only buy every other day. Exactly.
yes, Alex,
I
it's
try to
so
reduce it to
good.
like every other week. Have you ever been tempted to buy all the knives on the show cutlery corner? Yeah, of course. The real ones are made by Gurkha House. Yeah, that's right. And they are expensive. I like the cheap ones because you can beat them to hell and it doesn't phase them. Yeah, good. If you want some good budget flippers, check out Citavian on Amazon. Citavian. Are they a new knife maker? I'm trying to remember. Let's see. Are they the new cheaper brand for was it the lower end Civivi? I can't remember. Pakistan knives are hit and miss. Yeah, absolutely. Mostly miss. Great beaters, though. I totally agree. I mean, I think they're a little underrated because they do have some really cheap flops. But if I'm not mistaken, they've been making knives in those areas of Pakistan for ages. So okay, hopefully everyone's still here. Are you guys still here? Oh, Sencut. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, not even 5 CR steel. I know. 3 CR 13. Well, for $10. Yeah, I mean for $10, not to mention 3 CR 13, not to mention not just, $10, but that's a lot of 3 CR as well. So there's that. Oh wait, no, was that the 3 CR? No, that was this one, right? This one? Yeah, it was this one, 3 CR. And I believe I've had one 3 CR before, and it takes a screaming edge. It's not going to have good edge retention, but it's going to be incredibly easy to strop and sharpen. So remember, 3 CR is probably heads and tails above what any other generation had in terms of steel. Our technology is increasing at such an astronomical rate. We can't get overly snobbish with our steels because we've just been spoiled. They can put together a knife, but usually use scrap metal and so assembly methods. Couldn't agree with you more. Totally. She was left front and center, and she had nothing to say. Put her on the spot. It's not a bad steel for chopping. Oh, really? Okay, it's not a bad. Oh, I forgot. I keep forgetting. I can do this. So 3CR, it's not a bad steel for chopping. Okay. And then Alex wants to be a smart ass and say, I have to shop it every 1.6 hours. You know? Perhaps. And there's nothing wrong with her. She's just doing some nose sculpting. Okay, so I do have one more box to open, and I apologize for having another box to open. And no, there won't be anything life-changing, but a veritable cavalcade of super cheap knives is what you can expect as usual from my unboxings. Okay, so I made a big mistake once again, and okay, remember this one, William? I had been eyeing this for a while, and then when I saw you got this, I was like, I really need to get that. I don't really have a proper big old Bowie, and I've seen some of these in museums, and they are really that size. I mean, the Bowie knives that they carried back in the day were enormous. I mean, we think of them almost as like swords, So, and it's so affordable. I mean, I paid nothing for this. What was this? Old timer. $16. Can you imagine $16 for a full tang Bowie with nylon sheath? Nameless stainless steel, so it's who knows, 440, 420J, who knows. Oh, I forgot I got that. It's the belt knife. This is illegal in California. You're not allowed to have a knife concealed in your belt. But oh well. I mean, I don't think I'm actually going to carry it. It looks incredibly impractical. Pardon me, I'm going to need... Oh, I think that makes number 6, doesn't it? Here's the Delta knife. I got the Delta sheath earlier, so that's the cold steel version. I got a nail clipper, which is weird. It has these weird ridges. I don't know why I did that. It has that odd shape. I don't know if that's going to be more useful. I'll see. Kudu light and the Finn Wolf. Now, I got the Finn Wolf because this is the only Scandi grind folding knife I know of. I don't know of any other, and that's kind of the selling point for this guy. So I've been eyeing it, been wanting it. So it was on sale finally, so I decided to get it. $36. The Finn Bear, which I didn't know I found. I thought I had it, but I couldn't find it. So I just ended up getting another one, and then I found it before this arrived, unfortunately. And then, of course, another Kudu light. So I keep getting repeats on some of these knives, unfortunately. Okay, and the final thing is going to be the marbles. What is this? The marbles Tanto. Oh crap! I already got this. Oops. Why did I order a second one? Oh, because I had a different color. Is that why? Or is it the same? It's the same color. Okay, why did I do that? Boy, I'm really losing my mind. Okay. So I now have 2 of these. That's dumb. How do I need 2 of these for? It's like really dumb. Yeah, why did I get a second one? I might have done it on accident. I might have done it because I wanted to give it as a gift. So it's a good question. I'm not sure what happened there, but yeah, that happened. Wow, how what you call it? Anticlimactic. Why did I get a second one? I think it was because I was so into the idea of lashing something. Maybe I wanted to modify it or something. I don't think I did it on accident because I've been admiring that knife and having fun with it for a while. I don't see why I would have double ordered it. That doesn't really make any sense. So okay, I think we're done now with the unboxing. I mean, I might have forgotten something here and there because sometimes I pick something out of the box and then just put it down without opening it. I lose track of it. So I think that's it. I mean, I'll be honest, see? The thing that's thrilling me the most right now is this little guy. This $10 cheap ass. I like it because it's got this ludicrous camo pattern. I mean, it's so ludicrous. Oh, wow. These O-rings are so bad. Look at that. These are just literally just going to come off. Look at that. That is so bad. And, it's got this ridiculous saw back. So I wonder. I mean, you might be able to saw a little bit with that. Oh, Mariana's back. Sorry, I forgot.
Hace tu tempo.
Vai, canta.
Para.
Não, isso é sério. Vai, canta.
Amor, I love you. Amor, para. De mico. No meio da... Parede.
Lifeline, first stake, marbles, fireman, survival knife, medium hard shell foam, Quicksilver, Molly pouch, digital camo travel bag. Yeah, so this is supposed to be a travel bag. I guess this is supposed to be like a toiletries bag. What did I pay for this? Toiletries bag.
I love you.
Travel bag, $5. And look, the MSRP is 15. Obviously, no one's gonna get charged the MSRP, but it's literally, yeah. I think this is literally just a toiletries. Yeah. See how the handle is? That's a toiletries bag, but it's an enormous one, water resistant. So yeah, it's definitely meant to be a toiletries bag. Obviously, I'm going to use it for gear. Not sure what kind of gear. I mean, look at that. That entire knife fits right in there. Oh, too much. Yeah, that's cool, William. You did know about the ideal knife, though. So I guess it's an old design, right?
Oh.
Okay, let's see.
I like it.
Yeah, I like the short finger. I have a fake knockoff short finger from Gravedigger or something. Yeah, I have a Schrade here, Alex. I got a Schrade Kukri machete here. I got this. Got that Schrade. Oh, hold on, let me switch this. Doggone it. There we go. Okay. This Schrade, it's got diamond sharpener, fire steel. It's got this pretty decent sheath with the pouch for all the extra gear, and a fantastic handle. Who knows what? Oh, once again, guys, this is 3CR13 as well. You know, this was, I think, a $17 knife. So 3CR13 for that much metal, they can't really put together, too much steel for that price. Okay, how do you actually know for sure if he never said? Not even Gerber. My old timer, sharp finger. Okay, what is the roach belly? The roach belly? I don't know. I think it's like 5160 or something like that. 40. I can't remember. The roach belly grind. What does she like that you got in your collection? Oh, her favorite is the Tie Light Chris. That's her favorite knife. Oops. Mas hoje eu vim trazer para vocês review do modelo K690. Okay, let's see what this says here. From Wikipedia, a fuller is a rounded or beveled longitudinal groove or slot along the flat side of a blade, for example, sword, knife, unit that is made using a blacksmithing tool called a spring. Oh, wow, look at that. That's very interesting. Yeah. Will we see all these sealed stuff open? Yeah, one by one. You got a very patient woman who likes knives. Yep. I can't pick a best fixed blade or folding blade. That's why I have more than one knife. Exactly. I can't really choose one either. Okay, if there's nothing else, guys, I finished with the unboxings, basically, for the most part. I mean, I didn't really show these little sheaths, but I'm going to do a whole episode on sheaths. That's why I want to anyway. I plan to. If you want to see the first live stream I did earlier today, you can see the pink handcuffs. It's pink handcuffs. Yeah, look. See? Hot pink, too. Like that. Is it kinky? Yeah. All right. Let's see. This is the Hyperbite strobe. 4 hours continuous. Blah, blah, blah. I'm probably going to use this if I ride my motorcycle or whatever. Let's see. Press and hold button for 2 to 3 seconds to turn on. Press repeatedly to second for modes. It's supposed to be weather resistant. Using this as an unboxing knife, this 440C, I'm not too sure I'm as impressed as I was hoping to be honest. I feel like I've got to, I don't know, at least strop it or something. And I realize now packaging is no small deal. I mean, getting through some of this packaging is actually pretty rough, especially these clam packs.
Ah, vai. Tá abrindo o quê? Oh.
Oh, okay. So the clip works like that. And then, so there's that. There's that. There's that. And there's that.
Olha.
I like this one.
Nossa. Que chique. Preguíssimo.
Okay, let's see if I can
Pelo
read
amor-
this. Okay, how would you message me? Oh, this Malia is great. That's awesome. I'm jealous. I want to see if you want to trade handle scales. I can't pick a big scale. I want 2x2. Oh. Yeah, I love the scales on. Are you sure it's the SMKW exclusive CJRB Malaya, or is it the White Mountain Knives Spring? What does this say? Spring Swage. It had more information, but I'm not allowed to paste a limited amount of words. Oh, okay. Can you cut and paste and do the second part, or perhaps post a link? I don't know. Okay, clam packs. Yeah. Yeah, White Mountain Knives, not CJRB. Yeah, White Mountain Knives. Okay, so if there's nothing else. So this dart goes with another little. They sell a separate Kydex thing for it. Here, these two go together. So $4.99. It's about that same price. So. I'm not impressed with the piercing quality on this Excalibur, or the 440C perhaps, I don't know. If that was the fault of that or not.
Ai, ai. Um sono.
Links usually have to be approved, but just Google knife fuller and go to Wikipedia is interesting because everyone calls it a blood group and it's not. Right. It isn't, you are officially allowed to call it a blood group, but it's not it doesn't function as a blood group. I think just for so many years, people perceived that as such, that the name ended up sticking. So here. Cold Steel has a decent quality, heavy-duty ball chain, whatever you call these things. Not bad at all, I think.
Ai, nossa, como é? O que é isso? É pra botar no pescoço? Ah, legal. Essa cafina aí. É pra cafina.
Another
Pra
shower
cafina.
knife.
Fala. Cafina.
Lockup. It's a frame lock, so you know the lockup is great. Um, blade play. Oh, there's a little bit of blade play. Never mind. I guess I need to tighten it up a little bit. As you can see, I've got it on drop shutting,
Falei,
which is what I like. So I'm gonna have to tighten it just a bit. But it's a fantastic knife. Otherwise, I mean, it's everything I dislike. Um, it's a front flipper, which I cannot understand. It's a frame lock, which I think is overrated. But regardless of that, listen to how snappy that is. It's got great action. It's dope. I really like it a lot. Oh, I already posted. Okay, so if there's nothing else, guys, I will check out. I think it's been quite a while. It's been an hour already. Yeah, it's been an hour. So, oh yeah, the Excalibur is awesome.
a faca é boa, viu? Nossa Senhora.
I mean, they dialed in the front flipper perfectly. So even someone like me who sucks at front flippers, you know, it's sweet. It's a sweet ass knife. Okay, so Falchion.
Bye, bye. Aumenta a tela.
The action on the Malia. I put the Malia away. I can go grab it real quick.
Maria, Maria. Okay. Bye bye, William. Thank you. I'll see you later.
Okay, bye, William. All right, let's see. So here's the action on the Malia. It's very snappy. It's really fantastic. It's perfectly dialed D10. This is an incredible knife. It flicks out great. It's just so smooth. I don't even know if it's on bearings or not, but it certainly feels like it. It's awesome. Okay. So screwed that up, sorry. Okay, so yeah, of course. Okay, fala tchau.
Bye bye. Thank you. Tchau. Well.
Faz de novo.
Amor, faz boca de cu, faz boca de cu.
Não,
Faz boca de... Amor, faz boca de cu, para. Cadê? Aparece aí. Amor. Inimigo da pátria.
Ok. Good night.
Good night.
Fala boa noite.
Amor, boca de cu. Que saco. Parece um pato. Que fofo. So cute.
Boca de cu.
So cute, my love. Cu, cu,
Boca de
cu,
cu.
cu.
Cu. Cu.
Que horror. Ai, ai. Casal mais brega do canal de facas de todos os tempos.
Prega faca.
Brega... Gostei desse nome. Brega faca. Brega Knives.